So in 1979, when we got married, we had our Sheva Brachas in 770. Extremely, extremely special. My husband, of blessed memory, Dr. Larry Reznick, was stationed running the research center of a Tripler Army hospital in Hawaii. The Rebbe had a heart attack in Simchas Torah of 1977. And about 2 weeks later, they asked him if he would take care of the Rebbe while he was being rehabilitated from the heart attack. And they developed a very close personal relationship between the Rebbe and my husband.
Dr. Lawrence Reznick of the Cornell Medical Center has uncovered evidence that a diet rich in calcium may offset a diet rich in salt.
My husband was actually an endocrinologist, cardiologist, and a specialist in hypertension.
Which can either be in the form of...
He was involved in major projects. The main one was what he called the ionic hypothesis.
We have what I modestly call the ionic hypothesis of cardiovascular and metabolic disease. I'm about to show you intracellular free calcium measurements by NMR spectroscopy and intracellular sodium measurements.
My husband was a brilliant scientist, and the Rebbe recognized it from the very beginnings. He was very involved in his research.
How's progressing your promotion to Nobel Prize? What is that? Not a laughing matter.
I hope it's doing well. I'm trying.
We can actually now distinguish beforehand for whom calcium might be good. We can use simple measurements of
ולבורא הקדוש ברוך הוא דבר אחד בעולם לבטלה ונותן gegeben a sehr viel Keiches darf eisnutzen die alle Keiches למילא תפקידי ושליחוסי und in der Ruf darf sein echt in ein Leben soll nicht bleiben kein Keich oder ein Teil von einer Keich לבטלה.
Thank you.
Your husband.
My husband.
Not here.
No, he's working on his research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to bless him. Regularly receiving his prize.
I wrote you a letter. I hope you will answer it.
But that is not Mizuma.
Scientists at New York Hospital have made an important life-saving discovery about the mineral calcium.
The new study shows that by adding these calcium pills to your diet or extra calcium in other forms, you can actually lower your blood pressure if you have moderately high.
What about the prize?
I'm working.
The Rebbe had this extraordinary ability to make you feel like you could do anything.
Mashem mitzad geber kinonu, der Rebester führte und stellte mal weg in einem Mokim Mesuyo. Mokim kipshute begashmis, und Mokim meche banege zur Shivus, und kecha ashpo, I das Madishem mitzad geber kinonu, das hat geführt dahin zu der Rebester.
We think that it's reasonable that at least a third to a half of people with high blood pressure.
So my husband was invited very often to countries around the world, and I accompanied him. And I was encouraged by the Rebbe to tell my story, how I changed from being a totally secular NBC producer to becoming a religious Jewish woman, the mother of Shluchim.
You have speeches to pronounce during Pesach.
Is that right?
What about the lectures? We're going good.
In June, I'm going to Lyon and Tunis.
In June?
In June, I have.
Until June?
Nobody invited
no
me.
job to that. I asked about your speeches. That's all successful.
I heard, yes, it really was.
I've got much blessing to go from strength to strength.
Thank you. I'm going to California to give a speech in Carlsbad. It's near San Diego.
But not a speech, a single one.
No.
I remember when I was scheduled to go to England, and I called the Gordons and the Sudaks, both Shluchim in London, And they were so happy that I was coming. And suddenly the Gulf War started and my husband's trip was canceled. And my husband said, well, we're not going. I said, we're not going, but I already committed to go. And it's the week of the Jewish woman. They're expecting me. They said, well, who's going to pay for the trip? And I wrote the Rebbe a letter, and the Rebbe said, I am paying for your trip, but I'm not going to take the value of the trip from you, so I'm letting you pay 10%. The Rebbe paid for 90% of my trip.
How was the lecture?
Baruch Hashem, it was very good.
Yeah, that's a really good beginning, but even do better.
בשעת המנש hat המעמד ומצב מיוחד בחברה. Sagt man ihm, dass nicht seine persönliche Angelegenheit. Benele kann der mittun, was will, dass Kirches und Jecheles, was der Rebischer hat ihm gegeben. Und der Rebischer geht nicht und tut nicht, was wir schollen, können ja nicht levatollen. Aber das bleibt nicht ausgenutzt.
I have been able to go around the world for 40 years telling one story, the story of my life, a story that has changed the lives of so many people. People have stopped working on Shabbos, people have gone to the mikveh, people have taken on remarkable acts of kindness just because of having heard the story.
I brought you an article that I wrote in the Jewish press. I will give it to Rabbi Goldman. I would like to see what you think of it.
Certainly I think good about your lecture also.
Thank you very much.
For the next lecture.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Go to that slot.
This is Rזניק.
That was the doctor translated, said he's successor to doctor.
Thank you very much. I'd like to add that my children, we have a Hasidic input in their chinuch.
Why leave it?
A lot.
Thank you. I did not have to. You also have a pet
Thank you very much.
Be well.
What about
Research is wonderful. I need a small bracha for work to keep on working at the same place.
Speaking about little, you have to think about small. I'm thinking about big things.
I think your speech, big is also good.
But talking is the main thing.
My husband was involved in tremendous research all his life. But I must say that he regarded the fact that God chose him to take care of the Rebbe as the greatest merit that he could have had. He felt that was a great blessing to him, to his family, and he treasured it tremendously.